Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup. Has nothing to do with rodeos, very little to do with rounding up, except sometimes getting Rosie in here is a bit of a roundup. So, 168 years of combined wisdom here on the corner by the stoplight in Alva, Oklahoma. Fall down 7 times, get up 8, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. Rosie's here with me. Rosie, looking through all of the thorns that you bring.
Yes.
How in the world are you?
Oh, I'm great. It's a great day to be alive in Alva, Oklahoma. And the temperature is phenomenal.
And as I drove up today, I splashed and splashed. So we got some more rain.
Yes.
Then I'm listening to our radio station, and the guy from Channel 9 says, more rain expected in northwest Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
And I think we're going to get that done and out of the way because we have the big cruising car show coming to Alva, and we have the Renaissance Festival coming to Winoka, and God knows what else going on in northwest Oklahoma. This is the busiest place.
It is.
To look for, people say, well, I want to move to the country and slow down a little bit. Well, actually what happens is when I ask these people, how's your retirement going? They go, I don't know how I ever had a job. I don't know how I ever held a job. I'm so darn busy. I mean,
that's what happens after you retire.
Who was in here last week? Elizabeth Ritchie.
Yes.
I didn't work this hard for these people when they were paying me. Now I'm for fun and for free, and I'm working my head off and loving it. This is what makes it work. It takes a village.
Have you noticed what a wonderful summer we've had in the way of temperatures? Can you believe we have had very few over 100-degree temperatures?
And usually in August we have that dog days.
Yes.
That's usually 9 to 14 days of over 100 degrees.
That's right. And if you just think about it, we've had a fantastic summer, unless it turns hot and burns us up. But I don't think it's going to.
No.
I think we're on the way to cooler temperatures.
Yep. And let's see. I heard another. I'll come back to that because I can't complete the thought. I've got a sentence left out here, and I'm going to need it before I finish saying what I'm going to say. So I just won't say it. Okay.
Okay. I understand perfectly.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do, honey. We're still, Rosie and I are going to do our program where we do a couple of hours. Rosie came up with the title a couple of months ago of, let's see if I can remember, Getting Old Ain't for Sissies.
That's a good one.
Isn't that the one you came up with?
Yeah, probably so, but that's a true story.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I had no idea that things like this happen, but they do. You can go to bed fairly healthy and wake up an absolute invalid.
Well, that can happen, yes.
And it happens time and time and time again. It just takes a little while to shake invalidism off and go get up and go do what.
Become conscious in the morning.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Rosie, I have some troubling news. By the way, I don't know why troubling news reminded me of that, but Jacinda's here. That has nothing to do with troubling news. It's just that when I moved back up here 4 or 5 years ago, I was given Jacinda. I said to Mark Carson at the newspaper in Winoka, great newspaper, great guy.
Yes.
Was the hired hand. He was the last guy to have a conversation with my little brother, whose birthday was yesterday. That's kind of a tough time for me. Those things don't go away,
Correct.
They may lose a little bit of their strength, but they don't go away. So I'm talking to Mark, and I'll have to come back to that one too because I'm going to have to kind of get straightened out here. Rosie, take it for just a minute and let me get away from the microphone just a minute.
Okay, I'll do that. And we've got a gal here from Winoka today that's going to really bring us up to date. I've got to comment on that little town of Winoka. It's always doing something, and it involves a lot of people, and it involves a lot of volunteer work. I'm going to ask her to tell me how do you pull that off?
And I'm going to interrupt her and say, okay, I'm back. Before you answer this, Jacinda, when I moved back up here, I went to Mark Carson and I said, hey, people think I know things because I'm always been from this area, but I haven't lived here in half a century. I need somebody that can help me not be a complete idiot in the history and the goings on of
That's
Northwest
a pretty
Oklahoma.
big That's a pretty big
Well, and
order to fill.
and who I got was Jacinda.
And now you're even a bigger idiot for finding me. That's the issue.
I'm not sure that you. Okay, okay, that may be correct. Yeah, yeah.
I
But
appreciate you,
Jacinda
Benny,
has,
very much.
Has advised me on a number of issues where I just didn't know. I didn't know who the people were. I know the families, but I don't know all of the history. And Jacinda has helped me incredibly. And one of the ways that she helped me is I said, I need somebody that loves this little school, little town, to help me with the broadcasts of the sporting events and the 4-H and the FFA and the stuff that we do. And that's how I got Robert Perot, who is now, I started to say he's a great kid, but he's not a great kid. He's a great man. He's just doing well, just doing great, isn't he?
He seems to be, yes. He's enjoying life really well right now.
And working hard.
He works very hard. He's taken after his daddy in those aspects. So.
Okay, so I'm reasonably back and cognizant now. And so, Rosie, your question to Jacinda
Yes.
was,
How do you get people in Winoka to do all that volunteer work? Do they ever say no?
I have some that say no. I have others that try to say no, and I convince them that yes is the better answer. Mainly what I can say is our town is full of heart. And when it comes to pulling together and getting things done, whether it be fundraisers for different families, for different needs, whether it be community events, we do pull together. We have a lot of strong people and, strong in different areas, which is tremendous help to pull off an event like the Renaissance Festival coming up.
Yes, and you have young people coming up too. That must be pretty important to bring on the younger generation.
Yes, I think that's one thing this Renaissance Festival is going to help with is a lot of the younger generation, they are familiar with this and really want to get involved.
That's quite happening for Winoka, Oklahoma. Half the people don't even know what a Renaissance Festival is.
now if you surveyed that, do you know those numbers to be accurate? Is it 50% of the population don't know what a Renaissance Festival is? Is that?
No, I didn't send out a survey.
Oh, I see.
It's probably 75%.
Oh, here she goes.
I honestly can probably vouch for Rosie. There's a lot of people who have no idea.
And
I was one of those people.
And I would be one of them. The same thing happened to me that happened to you. Is somebody else talked us into? I had a girl that worked for me that had to be gone about once a month, and we had a professional athletic team, so we did stuff on the weekends. And so she's going to be gone that Friday, at least once a month. So I finally said, Holly, what is it that you're doing that you have to be gone? And she said, well, I'm Maid Marian. And of course, I followed that up. And she said, you're fortunate because this weekend is one of our big ones. It's in Norman. So I went to watch Holly be made Marion, it's the darndest thing. It is. I would have followed the thing around. They go around the country. I mean, they're everywhere. I would have followed it around if I could. It is so much fun, and it's from womb to tomb. It's fun for everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, when I first was invited to attend, I was dragging my feet. Didn't know what it was. Wasn't really sure that's something I wanted to do. But hey, you know, I'm going with my bestie and her family, and I always have fun with them no matter what I do. So, you know, I went ahead and let them rope me into it. And I didn't want to leave. I'm going to be honest. And I didn't even cover probably a quarter to a third of it. And again, I went to the one in Norman that you're talking about,
Right.
which is one of the biggest ones, or is the biggest one in the state. I've I've gone to Guthrie as well. They have a nice sized one, and there's one in Muskogee that runs, several weekends, 6 weekends, I believe it is,
I think that's right.
over the spring. And so I know that it is getting more popular, and more people are getting involved, and it is just so interesting to kind of look back into history and what the Renaissance era was, and bring back some of the the blacksmithing and the axe slayers, the jousting.
Well, axe throwing now is a popular game in bars, in sports bars.
Absolutely, yes.
Rosie would be really handy with axes. I mean, really
Do you
handy.
need me to give her one now?
I
So we
think
have one here in the
You
studio.
got- when I think of Rosie with an axe, I think more about Halloween than Renaissance.
No, I better stay away from that.
Rosie, you have taught many, many grades. Have you ever dipped into studying the Renaissance period at all with your students?
Unfortunately, no. I wish I would have. I really need to know more about it. I just know it's a festival and a few things, and I'm one of the 75%.
We got it at 75. Rosie, I got to tell you this. I talked to Mark Ream yesterday, and so we were talking about his granddaughter. Remember that was on the show?
Nice little girl. Yes, bright little girl.
Yes, fifth grader, I think.
I think that's correct.
So she asked Grandpa Mark,
Yes.
"What do you like to do?" And he said, "Well, I read a lot. What have you read that's very interesting?" So he told her, I don't know what it was. She said, "What did you study in school that you really liked?" And he said, "Well, I liked history." And he said the conversation just went along, and now she and I are together. I don't know if separate houses or together in the same house, but they're both reading the Id and the Ilicy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Ream.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I said, "Mark, you can't spell Id."
Well, good for that little girl.
Oh, no kidding.
We're never too old to learn.
Well, I hope you're right.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure you are right. Yeah. I have revised my life in many ways because of Rosie. I was in the hippie era,
And
know-
Rosie caused you to be there?
No,
Oh.
but you'll know in a minute what I'm talking about. So it was, so and so and drugs and rock and roll and so on. And so I was really with the chant of never trust anyone over 30. And then later on, I moved that to 40 and 45. And I've just recently moved it to never trust a person over 91.
You always have to say that number on the air.
And I mean it, Jacinda. Well, there's one exception. I get to partake in a conversation tomorrow with Aunt Darlene in Freedom, and I think she's 100.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Isn't she
100 or
amazing?
more?
I think 100.
100? Okay.
I'll ask. I'll ask
She-
again tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to talk to her tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going out there, and I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Is it going to be an interview?
No,
Just a visit?
no, it's it's one of those deals that happens lots of times when I walk into a circle of people. They go, "Are you wired?
That's
Do you have a microphone anywhere on you?" Well, we all do anymore, and we're all photographers too. So don't do anything you don't want. Don't be with the person you don't want to be with, because I got this camera with a phone, and I've also got a recorder and a camera with it. So
okay. Well, that'll be neat.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to visit with her for a
Mhm.
social call then.
Yep.
Be sure and ask her a lot of questions.
I don't want to ask her a lot of questions because she's way sharper than I am. Way, way sharper.
Oh,
So Jacinda, you are the more or less the creator, but certainly the backbone of this renaissance.
Well,
So
I don't know if I'd call myself the backbone, but
are you the thigh bone? What are you?
I think I'm the foot booting everybody through. That's what I probably am more than anything.
Okay, we'll accept that. Let's make sure that you understand that most events do not meet expectations or exceed them the first time. Some do. The girls here at the chamber last year, when they first came in, Megan and Jody, and did the Come Home for Christmas, that they blew that one out of the park, and they didn't know
Definitely.
if they were gonna or not. It was
Yes.
incredible.
that is correct. They did a fantastic job.
And they're doing it again this year. That was a first one, and it absolutely succeeded. This will be your first one, so are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I am. I mean, I expect it to be smaller than others that I've gone to.
Oh, Lord, you went to the biggest one. You said in
Well-
Oklahoma. I think that's the biggest one in the United States. in
Oh,
Norman.
I don't think that.
You don't?
No.
You-
I think there's some bigger ones.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're the
Yep. But
You're the
I
person.
am excited with what we do have. We will have some jousters coming with, on horseback. They will be jousting. We'll have a little arena set up for them. And, we have a blacksmith coming. We'll be doing some demonstrations. We have a Celtic band coming and will be performing a few times a day. Some dancers, belly dancers that'll be performing and going throughout the crowd and doing various things entertainment wise with them. And I've got several vendors, some with Renaissance themed attire and accessories to go with that, swords, knives, you name it.
Those vendors are going to all be eating great big turkey legs.
Well, unfortunately, I've yet to find a vendor that's got turkey legs that is available this weekend to come.
This is state fair time.
It's state fair
in
time.
a lot of states.
There's the car show going on. There's other events further west and over into Texas that's kind of holding some of them. So that is one of the things I'm disappointed in so far is trying to find somebody that could come and bring turkey legs, and not just bring turkey legs, but be able to do it at a reasonable price, because unfortunately the price of turkey legs, if you get some good ones, can be pretty pricey. So that's been some of the issue as well.
For about 100 years, the State Fair of Oklahoma was my account wherever I was working, and I did the Speedway announcing out there, and the turkey leg tent was close by. I started with being addicted to turkey legs. Hi, I'm Ben. I'm a turkey leg addict. In about, I don't know, it was previous to 1990. Anyway, they were $1.50 each.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I saw the other day they were $15.
I believe that's right. Yeah.
I have seen them for $16
You have?
recently. So absolutely. Absolutely.
Same turkey, same legs, same
Yep.
fire, same, yeah.
Yep. Inflation. That's what they call it.
Is that right?
Well, I bought 4 light bulbs the other day for $25, and they were 100 watts. So, what do you
I don't
think?
know how to respond to that because I've not done light bulbs. Is that a reasonable, is that pretty expensive? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Used to be able to get 4 of them for what, $3 or $4.
Is that right?
I would say even within this last 10 years or so.
I acted pretty bad at the check stand and threw a fit, but I went home and checked on Amazon. They were right on.
After you threw a walleyed fit at the checkout stand?
I think I might have to take after her. There's a few things that I want to throw a walleye fit about paying the price for.
I don't recommend you following Rosie's.
You, I want to go back to your Renaissance and ask. I want
Please
to
do.
clear back up. Do you need to take a break?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we do.
Okay.
But we'll get lost. You and I will both forget. So
Okay.
let's do this.
I just wanted to know, did somebody talk you into this, or were you interested? I just find it strange that Winoka, Oklahoma has enough, but not really after I know how they operate. How did this really come about?
Okay.
I'll give you the short, long version after we take a break.
Got it. She's got 30 seconds to make something up. We'll be back right after this.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
It's the Rose and Ben Radio Roundup Show. Pretty much. I mean, we kind of rename it. That reminds me. We have a 30-day ongoing contest into about its 4th month here.
That's okay.
Of naming this show. So text the name to me if you've forgotten. Or you can actually mail. We have a mailing address. We got mail this morning. Let's see what our address is. Okay, we're at 721 East Oklahoma Boulevard, Alva, Oklahoma, 73717. Keep those cards and letters coming. Put some money in there, for God's sake. We need a little help here. It's Rose and Ben, 168 years of fall down 7 times, get up 8. And we're talking with Jacinda Perot about the first ever Renaissance Festival that will take place in Winoka, Oklahoma this weekend. And Rose asked Jacinda, how in the world did you get involved in a Renaissance fair in Winoka? And we went to a break so that Jacinda would have time to think of an answer. Just to let you know that are listening, I'm familiar with this person, her best friend, and if she wasn't doing what she's doing, which is running a newspaper, she should probably sell used cars on a corner somewhere. I mean, this woman can sell some stuff now.
She is definitely good at sales.
Yes,
for
she
sure.
is. So there's your
Yes.
question. Now you got to answer Rosie.
Okay. Well, Rosie, as I said earlier, I went to Norman with my best friend and her family. And, after we're leaving there, and I hadn't even covered really the tip of the iceberg. I felt like, you know, I told her we really need one of these in Northwest Oklahoma, and going right along with me and my ideas, she said, yes, we absolutely do. So that's kind of where the seed got planted, and it stayed stale there for a little while. And then I got more involved with our Winoka Main Street organization, and we're trying to come up with ideas to bring more people to town, introduce our town to people that's never been to Winoka, Oklahoma. And in Northwest Oklahoma even, you know. And so, you know, we started coming up, brainstorming some ideas, and I said, I think we need to do a Renaissance festival. And I'm going to be honest, everybody that was on the board with me at the time looked at me like I was insane, which I still might be, but...
That's what I wondered. Did you get a lot of kickback from this? Or did you get a lot of people say, have you lost your mind? Or let's go for it?
Well, she gets that on a pretty much daily basis
Yes,
anyway.
I do. Yes. But no, I pulled up some pictures and kind of talked to him about some of the things that I had seen and how excited I was. And so we discussed going to a couple, you know, a field trip or two. Well, I went to a couple, and I think overall I've got maybe 2 or 3 that are helping me with this that's actually attended one at this point. So a lot of them are going in blind to our festival.
Well, this is a pretty big undertaking. About how long have you been planning this?
Well, the water started in on that seed around February or March, and so it's slowly been trickling along. And
when
then,
did you have your first organizational meeting? It's been a little
yeah,
bit.
it was back January, February sometime.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we've had some other events that we've been working on, you know, throughout the year.
Approximately how many people do you have involved in producing this? Just kind of a wild guess, 20, 10?
That'd be like counting cattle in a stampede.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some that come in and out, and, you know, but I would say probably 10-ish, maybe a few more.
Now, wait a minute. That's at the core of it. That's at the core of it. You don't think 10's not going to, you got a bunch of people bring this in, put that up, carry that out, set this over here kind of thing, right?
Well, we're plugging on that. Yes. Yeah, we, you know, unfortunately, you know how life goes. We have some that's had some health issues lately, and not going to be able to physically help. We have, you know, state fairs going on, car shows going on. So, you know, and let's face it, technology today, I had a problem with my phone a few weeks ago. So therefore, my whole list of quote unquote volunteers that I had got lost in the shuffle. So have been reaching out and trying to get my brain to work enough to help me remember some of those who have offered to help for this specific event.
So in that regard, in talking about help, I have a friend that says committee work on events reminds him of college football. 22 people in the center of the action, sweating, dirty, working, desperately needing rest. Hundreds, maybe thousands around the area complaining, bitching, desperately needing exercise. So your 10 will be the ones in the middle, right?
Yes, definitely so. I would say we've definitely had some of those moments even the last couple of weeks, just trying to, you know, prepare and organize ahead of time to be ready for this week.
Okay. Now I want to ask you, I've never been to a Renaissance festival. So
you've had plenty of chances.
Well, I have.
Well, 90 birthdays. I mean, somewhere in there you could have stuck in a Renaissance
got that 90
fair.
number I'm in. Can you give us am I going to see singing or dancing or jousting, or what am I going to see if I go?
You're going to see all of those
All
things.
of that and above, yes. I mentioned axe throwing earlier. I've been working on with some axe throwing vendors, and it might be possible that you'll be able to see that on Sunday. So I'm still we're waiting on some information back on that. Again, we'll have the jousters on horseback. They'll have 2 shows a day, one at 1 and one at 4. The Celtic band will be performing. I can get you some times for that too. 11, 2, and 3:30.
Okay, this is not like an organized program. We're going to have from 1 to 2, or 1 to 3. This is various events throughout the day.
Yes, like the jousters, we'll have a little arena set up for them to do their jousting, and then in between their shows, they'll be, the kids will be able to come see the horses, do horse rides, things like that. Same thing with Celtic band; they'll be performing, at specific times, but then they'll also be in attire and where they, different people can speak with them. Belly dancers, same thing. They'll have, certain times that they perform, but then they'll be out. In the audience and with the spectators as well. And we're going to be having a costume contest. So that is one thing I love about Renaissance festivals and fairs is most people come dressed in that Renaissance area time frame. And so it's really cool to see all the different variations of whether it's a king, queen, type court, or whether it's a peasant girl or a pirate or, mermaids. Sometimes you just never know.
So I just wear my normal stuff. I mean, it fits that era. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I think I interrupted you. How many specific events then you were looking for them? I understand then now you go to each of these events. It's not just an organized play that happens for 2 hours. Okay, and you basically go to the jousting and the axe throwing and okay. So do you have any idea how many of those that you have?
Well, as far as actual entertainment, we have 3 main entertainers. Well, technically 4, I guess. Our blacksmith is going to be set up and doing demonstrations pretty much the whole time. And talking different people, answering questions, that kind of thing. We have Tandy Keenan. She's going to be bringing some snakes and doing like an educational booth with her snakes from 12 to 3 on Saturday. So she lives at Winoka, and
that's good stuff. If you're a snake person, that's good stuff.
And she knows her snakes really well.
Let's go back to the blacksmithing. Is that maybe not an art that's going away?
Oh, way going away.
I feel so. Yes.
The only
absolutely.
full-time blacksmith I recall in my life in Northwest Oklahoma, there was a blacksmith in Avard until maybe I think he was still there when I was in high school, so the 60s maybe he went out.
We did have one, I believe, up around Kiowa. Nope, not Hartner. And Pake McNally, if I recall correctly, had one more recently.
Tom Smith, the blacksmith?
Tom Smith, and he came in and did Pake came in then after Tom, but he was there for many years. He was kind of like a cultural sideshow.
That's this.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll have a gentleman's going to be bringing like beard oil and, grooming essentials for beards. And we're going to have some candles, some homemade candles in various different styles. And I'm trying to think. I think there's a vendor that's got some canning items, that they've canned and probably will discuss some of how the canning process works.
We are talking to Jacinda Perot, who is about to kick off with her committee, the first ever Renaissance Festival. It's in Winoka. We're going to pause for our last break, and when we come back, Cade will tell us some stuff. He and I will be in and out of the big cruise and car show this weekend. Thank you for joining us. I got a text, by the way, that about the title of our show, and it says the show already has a great name. It's the Rose and Ben Show. Stick with what's already going great. Don't be like Cracker Barrel.
Don't break. It was my deal last time.
Oh, wait a minute. What did you say?
Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
That segues into this little piece of brilliance. One thing you get out of this show, and sometimes really it's the only thing, at the end of the show, Rosie will give you her tip of the day to make you a better person, for you to live on. I'm telling you, it has absolutely changed my life. Yeah.
Well, this new one I have here will
This'll do
really,
it?
yeah, you need to know this.
We'll be right back with Cade Kennedy in a moment on the Rose and Ben Show.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV. Let's talk about your future. Are you looking for a career change or possibly training in computers, health careers, automotive, cosmetology, digital design, electrical trades, welding, or biomedical sciences? At Northwest Technology Center, we offer these programs for adults, high school, and homeschool students from Alene Clio, Alva, Canton, Cherokee, Fairview, Freedom, Ringwood, and Winoka. Call to enroll today at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life. This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Welcome back to the Rose and Ben Show. Cade Kennedy filling in momentarily here just a little bit to tell you about the Big Cruise and Car Show coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday here in Alva. And, I mean, there's a lot going on. First of all, the cars. That's a pretty important thing. But the thing that catches my eye in the newsgram, and this has nothing to do with cars, but funnel cakes are listed. That's all I need. I don't need the car show. Just give me a funnel cake stand and I'll be fine for the rest of the day.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, we got funnel cakes. They've got burnouts going on.
They have 14 food trucks.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of food trucks. They've got all sorts of stuff going on. They'll have art contests as well, some car show bingo. I have no idea how that's going to play itself out. That sounds interesting. They're going to have the pageant, the Pinewood Derby. There'll be some youth races as well. But, of course, cruising the boulevard is always the big deal, and that's going to be interesting to see. That's Friday. I think that's Saturday as well. I know we'll have some coverage of that here on KALV. But a lot going on with the Big Cruising Car Show coming to town.
I think I'm going to take my golf cart and drive downtown and drive around rather than walk around. And I think that's perfectly accessible. It's okay if you do that. I guess if I don't run over somebody with my
Rosie,
golf cart.
You think an awful lot of things are
Okay.
perfect for you to do.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you ever notice that a lot of times when you're doing those, you're the only one? No? Okay.
Well, when you get to be 90, you ought to be able to do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Had to throw that in.
I had this general manager one time at a cluster of radio stations, and he had a guy that followed him around. And the guy, he called him Uncle Jim. And I don't know if they were related or not, but I said, no. We got into a tough place one day in the event world because of something Uncle Jim did.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Jim had this answer that didn't mean anything to me because I was, 40 years old at the time. But Bill, the general manager, would go, Uncle Jim, why in the world did you do that? And he would answer, because I'm old, that's why. I can do any damn thing I want to.
I like that line. I'm going to be using it.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
But yes, the car show, it's really grown to be a big, big thing. And I think it's going to be a fantastic event. And I plan to drive around in my golf cart and look at all the cars.
And if you want autographs from Rosie, approach her from the side.
Yeah.
Don't get in front.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a message for you from a lady named Willa Dean Linder.
Oh, I love Willa Dean
and,
Linder.
and I knew that you were a very good friend of Dean's. She's my neighbor, and she said to tell you hello and not to get in any more trouble.
Oh boy. Yeah, she's seen some. Yeah.
Yes, she was out walking, and she said to give you that message. So
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I love her so much. I was talking about Dean yesterday. As a matter of fact, somebody asked me how I first met Dean, and
you guys traveled a lot of miles together, did you not?
We went a ton of miles.
You announced for what all? What games?
Well, whatever came up, but we did the Gold Bugs and Rangers.
Both. Okay.
Yeah. Me, Dean, and I, and Larry Ritchie left Alva to go to Wichita to watch the fight where it was a closed circuit deal where Ali broke what's his name's jaw. Down goes Foreman, George Foreman.
Was he the one that bit the guy's ear off too?
No.
Okay.
That was Tyson and Holyfield.
Okay.
Came later, but this was Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. No, down goes Foreman. Yeah. Down goes Frazier. Thank you for that. See, this is why Cade works at the university. Yeah, he knows things. But Joe Frazier, what year you got? Don't have a year? Okay, we left Alva. And most people in Alva have driven to Wichita a multitude of times, so this will probably make some sense to you. Dean said, I heard a joke the other day. Would you guys like to hear it? And we said yes, and he started telling the joke. We went by a sign that said, Derby, Kansas, 8 miles. And Dean gave us the punchline to the joke. Have you ever told a joke for 2.5 hours?
Oh my goodness. No? Were you still listening?
Oh, yeah, intently. I mean, what are we going to do? We're in a car. I mean, he's the judge.
There you go.
Guy. We got to listen to him.
Well,
he had another saying that we lived with on all of those trips. If you don't, let's see, I got to redo this a little bit. If you don't go to the bathroom once, you won't go twice.
You going to elaborate on that?
Yeah, when you got in the car, you were going straight through.
Okay.
Straight through, no matter where you were going. And when you said, Dean, you've got to pull this thing over, he would go, if you don't go once, you won't go twice.
Well, I remember when I went to the Willie Nelson show at Enid, you were there and you sat with Dean, and you guys enjoyed the Willie Nelson show together.
We were on the front row. Do you know what has 88 legs and 7 teeth?
Well, no.
The front row of a Willie Nelson show.
You know what? That's really good.
Thank you.
I really like that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Tip your waiter. Okay, are we done? Have we run everything? We do? Oh. It takes great pride for us to now not say anything and give it to Cade. And he'll punch a button that will help us stay on the air. And when we come back and wrap up with Jacinda, I have something to tell you, Rosie.
Okay.
It's not good news for me, but we'll see about what you think. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Rose and Ben on KALV.
Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center is proud to offer comprehensive care solutions for those who matter most. From rehabilitation and palliative care to skilled nursing and long-term care, Beatles is committed to providing comfort, dignity, and peace of mind. Now, with a second location, the Beatles family continues its long-standing tradition of excellence, serving the people of Northwest Oklahoma with the same compassion and dedication they've been known for. Come by and see them at 720 North Share Boulevard in Alva. Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center, your care, your comfort, your community.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
It's the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup. Has nothing to do with most of those things, but has a lot to do with Rose. Rosie,
Yes.
what you got cooking? Oh, Rosie, I have some news, and
Okay.
we'll. Our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is Jacinta Perot, who is the begatter of the Winoka Renaissance Festival, the first ever. It's this weekend, and of course, as Cade and I and Rosie have talked to you, and Jacinta also, the big cruising car show here in Alva, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lots going on in Northwest Oklahoma. Rosie, remember last week I gave you some bad news, and I said, I thought it was bad news that we'd been asked to extend the show, to make the show another hour longer. Well, I've been approached by another questionable person. Actually, it's a company, and they want us to turn this into a podcast.
You'll have to tell me what that is.
Okay. Okay.
You mean they're gonna look at us? We'll be live to look at?
Well, in a podcast, you do what you do, which is kind of what we're doing, but then you are the sponsors, the main sponsor of it links you up or has you link up with podcast channels on YouTube and so on. And so people can go there and listen, and if you do a video, watch your show every week. It's the same.
Aren't you doing that now? Can't they go to YouTube and look?
They can, but we have our local sponsors. We have no national or regional sponsor that is presenting us. So this sponsor wants to present us, but there's some stuff that we have to do. Mainly, we have to show up and be halfway cognitive. No more terminal cognitive dissonance, Rosie. We're going to have to stay a little sharper.
Oh, my.
That's what I said. I said, I'm not sure we can pull this off. I
don't know.
Sharper's really not our...
Cognizance is a pretty big word itself.
Well, it is, yeah. And dissonance scares me to death. Yeah. I'm swimming in dissonance virtually every day.
Oh, goodness. We'll have to really think about that.
Exactly. And I think there's 19 channels that they put you on. That's the people, that's what Charlie was doing. That's what Joe Rogan does. That's
okay.
You know, but we would probably have to Zoom it because we can't ask, like if we wanted to bring on, name somebody. Anybody.
Oh, Norval. If we want to bring on Norval.
No, we can go get Norval. Norval's our friend. If we wanted to bring on the governor.
Oh, okay.
We would do it with Zoom probably.
All right. Somebody that's out. We can
do. We would be here. They would be there.
If I wanted to talk to somebody in Enid.
So what I told this guy is I don't want to get away from being local. So he suggested we have a 2-hour show. And the first hour be local and the second hour be the national podcast. And I think that's awful.
Did you say I think that's awful?
I think that's awful. Yeah, I think it's terrible.
Which part?
Doubling our labor. But I've thought about it, Rosie. And if we're going to do it, I will double.
Would you double my pay?
Yes, I will absolutely double your pay.
I might think about it then.
The problem we're going to have is with Cade, because Cade has a real job, and I don't know that he'll sit still for 2 hours. We got some negotiating to do on this deal.
Oh, yes, there's quite a lot to think about.
But I want you to know that you caused this.
No.
Yeah, nobody cares, Rosie. Nobody cares that I put this show on the air. It's the Rose and whatever this guy's name is.
Well, you can't force that blame onto me.
I certainly can.
And did.
When you walk in the room, Your aura lights up the room.
Yeah, you guys get busy and get this stuff done. That's what
You're the most incredible person that
Yeah.
I think I've ever met.
I know. What are you guys sitting
With the
around
exception of my mother, may God rest her soul. I think
Well,
Rosie, you have caused this, and now we're going to have to work 2 hours.
Okay, we'll discuss it.
All right.
Then that means I can veto it if it needs to be.
No, it'll be a tie. It'll be a
Okay.
tie.
We only have one vote. Can Cade vote?
I know, because I'm afraid Cade would. Cade would shoot this deal down in a heartbeat. Jacinda Perot is our guest. She has spent an hour going, what in the world is
Yes, I
going
think
on?
we need to let her finish up.
Jacinda, if you were going to wrap this baby up, this talk about this festival, this Renaissance Festival, how would you do that? What would you say?
Well, I just want to mention that it is 2 days, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 10 to 5. So I do know the car show is going on. I encourage people to attend it and the Renaissance Festival. I again encourage people to come to Woods County and just enjoy all the things we have going on around. You know, if you've never been to a Renaissance Festival, again, this is not going to be a huge one. It's our first year, but it's going to give you a little taste of what Renaissance festivals and fairs are like. So we encourage you to come on down, see the jousters on horseback, and listen to some Celtic music and some dancers, and just, you know, come eat some food and have a good time. I also wanted to mention we are going to have a kids section. So we'll have some bounce houses, face painting, balloon twisting, some hair braiding, several things for the kids to do. So we encourage you to bring your kids. This is a family event.
And it's a bye week for the Mighty Rails. They will play next Friday. A team from, where did we say that was, Kate?
Stanton County, Kansas.
Which is almost downtown Denver.
I mean, it feels like it. It's right on the Kansas-Colorado border. It will be about a 4-hour bus ride for them to make it to Winoka.
So we have a little bit of time off, except Cade and I will be at the car show. It's not time off. I mean, but time off from. Yeah, Cade could take time off because that's who he is. Well, we are.
That's the younger generation for you.
Oh my Lord, we are needing probably to get a report. Coach Slater and his wife Jen were counting days to their second baby. What, do you know where we're at on that, Jacinda?
The baby is here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And does Sam have a brother?
Sam has a brother, I believe. If you'll give me 1 second, I'll be able to tell you.
See, that's why Mark put me with Jacinda. She knows stuff. She knows stuff that I don't know.
Blake Terry Slater. He arrived yesterday, I believe it was, at 10:34 a.m., 6 pounds, 12 ounces, and 19 and a half inches long. So.
What's his name again?
Blake Terry.
Terry is a family name. I recall Coach Slater and I having that conversation.
Yep. So Sam got a little brother.
Wow. It's a good thing that Jen is a tough lady because
absolutely.
she's going to have two absolute athletes in the house.
Yes. Yeah. He was giving her a run for her money at the game the other night, and someone else had to jump in and help. So we appreciate our sideline team for that.
As a single parent for a good amount of years, it takes a village. Now, Jen would be much more qualified than I ever was, but man, it takes some help with these kids. And you get one like she's got with Sam, who can go lift the front of cars and stuff. I mean, this is a stout kid.
Absolutely.
He's a year old. He's 1 year old.
Yes, he is.
Bring in the theme music, baby. We are out of here.
Thank you.
You, Cade, being baby. Hit that theme. Here we go. For joining us. Rose, you have been your usual incredible self.
Don't forget, I have that last pearl wisdom.
Oh my gosh!
Here
I am so sorry. Don't turn the music up, Cade. My God.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for
Here
it?
is your tip from Rosie. to live by.
And I use this a lot.
You
It's
do?
called the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Another one she made up, Kate. This woman, you've heard that before?
You mean-
Oh my gosh. What was the one last week that nobody had ever heard?
Oh,
What was it?
it was so profound that I've forgotten it.
It's been
If
a
it
week.
ain't broke, no, that wasn't it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it was.
was-
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, she's pulled.
That squeaky wheel, though, I use that a lot. And that really works.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Okay.
Now then, we can wrap it up. Up the music and out we go. Join us next week. It's the Rose and Ben Radio Show.
Farewell.